really early today. We both did. I did not get enough sleep, so I was kind of out of it, but I still worked. Still had to get everything done. I'm still working on a bit of a break right now, but I'm getting a little bit of energy. My voice is not 100% because I did not get enough sleep, and I am gonna do my best to sleep early tonight because I have a 15-hour flight. I have to be there earlier than I normally wake up, and I want to be hours ahead, just in case security is a little bit crazy, especially in international Tom Bradley and LAX. Gets crazy, even in the not international parts. It's gonna be packed, it's gonna be busy, I'm gonna be prepared for absolutely anything. My bag is gonna be heavy. I don't have the right tote for travel, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make everything work. I need to switch my luggage into a much bigger luggage. Still have a little bit more to pack, otherwise I'm entirely packed. I just have to reorganize it in a larger luggage because I wanna bring back gifts. I wanna bring back special things we can keep forever in this, not in this apartment, but for life. I want to rebuild what I had before, but 10 times better. And I also got these baubles, these little pieces of costume jewelry from Amazon. I'll do a whole haul for them because I'm gonna style them when I get back to Los Angeles because I'm gonna go on a tropical vacation. I want to enjoy the sun. I was wearing these last night. I look like a 90-year-old billionaire's younger wife. Stunning pieces. I cannot wait to wear them once I'm back. I'm really excited, but I just don't have any energy, so I'm figuring out how I'm gonna fix my sleep schedule. I don't have any melatonin. I am not gonna drink caffeine. I need to hydrate a ton. I'm gonna bring a water bottle that I can refill. Just buy any plastic water bottle and refill it. I have to figure out my sleep schedule because the flight is 15 hours, 14 hours plus 50 minutes, and taxi, give or take, who knows what happens. Touch wood, pray that everything goes safely. Also, when I land, it's gonna be evening. It's gonna be 6 p.m. I think a little bit after 6 p.m., almost 7. When I land, I have to make sure that I'm a little bit tired enough to want to sleep early. Traveling really does take it out of you. I'm gonna make sure that I sleep early so I can wake up bum early the next morning. I want to be awake at 5, be prepared, get ready for the day so that I'm not taking 2 hours to get ready. Also, I'm on vacation. I just want to relax. I brought a lot of relaxed looks, but still things that keep me in shape and put together so I can take somewhat cute outfits. I don't have a plethora of super flashy dresses. I don't even have swimwear. When I don't get enough sleep, that's what will ruin me. So I have to find a way to come back to equilibrium once I'm there. And it's gonna be Filipino food, which my body absolutely loves. I'm really excited for the food mostly. Also, obviously, seeing the different parts of the Philippines and island hopping, seeing family. I was the one who actually said, hey, can we see my extended family? That would be really fun. When I land, I'm gonna do my best to hit the ground running, drop off my stuff, and then go to wherever we need to go. I am thrilled, you guys. And I also am making sure that I have work done so that whilst I'm away, work takes care of itself. It still works even though I'm not there and I'm enjoying myself. Story of my life. I'm behind on my own work. I was also going through a lot of health things. Adam and I had a talk about our health last night, a very serious one, where once I'm back, we're hitting the last parts of 2025 with vengeance. So come and join me. Favorite lip gloss right now, one of tinted with pigment. Specifically when it comes to regular gloss hydration, Laneige. I have gummy bear and sweet candy in my bag right now. I'm literally all packed, so I am not gonna take it out. It is in my Ganni bag though. Oh, here. Super excited! Ah! Anyway, this, I have been saving this on my counter for a couple weeks just to film and tell you, say in Bounce lip gloss, lip oil. Fabulous. Makes your lips look so healthy, natural, and brighter.
Adam dropped me off at the airport. He wanted me to feel safe, so he put on the Quran so that we could listen to prayers on our way. He prayed that I could be protected on my journey. It was really hard leaving home, but especially leaving him. So I ended up canceling my UK, Dubai, and Turkey trip after this because I realized that I don't want to travel without him.
Upang ma-verify ang inyong mga dokumento at mapalitan ng inyong boarding pass. Maraming salamat at mabuhay!
Hello gorgeous, this is Gia from the future. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about the Philippines, a little bit of insight and history about a lot of things that people don't know. Manila is actually pronounced Maynila. There's a Y in there, and I hear a lot of Americans and English speakers correct me. When I say Maynila, they say Manila. So it changed when the occupation, was it 1890, 18 something, when Americans colonized the Philippines right after the Philippines gained its independence from the Philippines, which was in the 1800s under King Felipe II of Spain, who was the monarch during the colonization of the Philippines, which began in 1565. I thought it was in the 1400s. I remember it was 400 years that the Spanish ruled over the Philippines, and revolutionaries like Lapu-Lapu were fighting against the Spanish. The colonization of the Philippines allegedly, according to this piece of information I have from ChatGPT and Google, it says began in 1565. I remember they went there in the 1400s though, so they were probably not established as a colony yet. It was with the arrival of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, although the islands had been named in the 1540s by Ruy Lopez de Villalobos in his honor. It looks like it's named Philippines after King Felipe or King Philip II of Spain. They're all cousins. There's Felipe. Diego Velázquez painted all of these kings who are all cousins of different nations. So one was of France, one was of Spain, one was of Russia or Austria or something like this. Correct me in the comments below. I'm getting the history muddled up. I was also looking at why in the Philippines Spanish did not become a national language. I think people fought against it. Tagalog is the language of the Philippines. What I was told in the Philippines by Filipinos, that Tagalog became the main language became the nation's language because that's what the elite spoke. However, there are so many dialects. I cannot throw a rock without hearing Visaya, Ilonggo, Ilocano. There are so many. I cannot even name them at the top of my head right now because Kapampangan, my family members spoke Kapampangan, Bisaya, because in Mindanao, and then obviously Tagalog. Tagalog is the one that I speak, that I can understand. I was listening to people speak Bisaya or Visaya. I would say Bisaya. That's where Manny Pacquiao comes from, his accent is from. It's that very thick accent. The only people I could not understand were Bisaya. And then other dialects like Ilocano, I just completely goes over my head. It sounds like a different alien language to me. It doesn't sound anything related to Tagalog. I can understand Bisaya when people speak it. Every now and again, a word, if I listen really carefully, I'm really paying attention, I can understand. You'll hear a lot of Tagalog within this vlog if I didn't take out the audio. Growing up, I understood a lot of Spanish already. Also, growing up in Los Angeles helped me understand a lot of Spanish. Living in South America helped me understand. Speaking Portuguese helped me understand a lot. But most of all, my foundation for knowing Spanish was actually Tagalog. I can actually fake a really good Spanish Castellano accent. I can't fake Mexican or El Salvadoreño, Puerto Riqueño, Argentinian, but Spain Spanish, I don't know why. Correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken. It was Ferdinand III, King of Castile, who was in the 13th century ruling, who had the first lisp, which what they attributed to, I don't know if this is a true story, if it's a myth. I hear various things that the king had a lisp, so everybody had good etiquette and spoke with a lisp to make him feel comfortable, and that became the way Castellanos spoke. I also heard Peter the Cruel, King of Castile and Leon, who was another who also had a lisp. The lisp was attributed to a couple kings. I'm not sure if this is true, but that's the history I have right at the top of my head and after Googling King Philippe. Fun fact!
Someone tell me why.
Mistake giving you love galore. Hope you find someone that can really adore you. Don't worry, I ain't keeping grudges, cause I'm doing better, life cannot be more golden. But
hello gorgeous, welcome to the Philippines. I've been trying to vlog anything and everything that I can, but there's so much family and there's a lot going on. We are about to fly, we're about to go back to Ninoy Airport, fly to Siargao, island hop there, and I'm trying to keep up with everyone and everything, and it's so funny because My grandma, she's 92. She was in bed last night. I came in. They wanted to reintroduce me to her to say hello. She already knows me. She stayed in my room when I was growing up. Anyway, she used to be taller than me. She was in bed and now she's tiny and she's all there. So she remembers everything. She has a really good memory. It's just that she's really tired. Everyone's taking care of her. All the aunties are there because she had 11 kids. But when I came into the room, they woke up everybody because they were getting ready for bed. They're so tired. They flew in as well from a different part from the south of the Philippines. I felt so bad because I was so tired too. I was absolutely knackered from the flight. My flight was about 14 hours, but I was at the airport for much longer, obviously, because customs, etc., baggage reclaim, all of this. Everyone is complaining that my luggage is way too big, especially for island hopping, and they didn't tell me. I didn't know the itinerary. They said, no, pack something like this instead. But it's really light, so it's not a problem. It's just you have to carry it a lot through dirt and islands. When I came into my grandma's room to wish her a good night, everyone, my aunts, all woke up everyone, and even the teenagers, the kids, and they ripped the bed sheets off of my 92-year-old grandma. They said, sit up, we're gonna take a photo. And I felt so bad because she's probably exhausted, but I gave her a really warm hug and a kiss, and I said that it's really good seeing you, and she cried. She was so happy. The teenagers were trying to wake up. I said, no, don't get up, don't worry. But they all managed to get in together around my grandma for a picture. So I was really grateful for that moment. She's 92 years old, so I made sure that I looked at her face and absorbed everything. And all my aunties are so funny, they're so sweet. They're nonstop making jokes. And I never felt alone, like I don't feel homesick because I'm constantly surrounded by family. This morning I had the biggest breakfast, the biggest Filipino breakfast that I absolutely love. I miss all the Filipino food. I just ate all of this fish, all of this meat, and then some rice. The corned beef hash is what I miss a lot. The bangos, the danggits, the crunchy fish, coffee, 2 teas, water. I haven't had a regular water yet from the tap, or if they have a drink and then mix it with water, just get water bottles that's distilled, pre-packaged, but not straight from the tap. It's good. We had boiling water. A couple people in my family were already sick. I'm trying not to laugh because it's horrible. I didn't expect this because they're from here. They're used to it here, and even they're getting sick. It's just been a while. Their body's adjusting. So far, so good. I'm okay. I have to be in a swimsuit. They just plowed me with food, and the flight wasn't full, so they had all this extra food. So they were constantly coming through every single row. Do you want more food? Are you sure you don't want food? Kain ka na, kain, 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 kain. Lahat ang kain, kain. Kain means eat. Everybody's like, eat more, eat more. And everybody here, something I noticed about service and hospitality in the Philippines, in the culture, everybody's smiley and has a sense of humor, where if I make a joke to a waiter in Los Angeles or New York in a really serious restaurant, they'll just politely smile, or they will be super serious because they don't want to get fired, they don't want to get sued, they don't want to laugh, or they'll try to hide their laughter and they know it's super funny. But the Philippines, they don't care, they just laugh. Because if I make a mistake and I'm embarrassed, I totally get it, no worries. Where here, it's so much easier because it's in the culture to be silly. I can just be myself and make jokes, make friends easier also. And it's really cool because college students who work here will take a train for 3 hours just to come to work. People work really hard here. And then right across is another city.
Wake up late, sunlight on my face. Coffee cup, dreams nothing to chase. No rules, just the waves and the sound. Every step feels like new play gray. Ice cream melting, laughter in the air. Golden moments, nothing can compare. Take my hand, don't think twice. This holiday feels so right. Holiday, we run away, dancing through the night and day. Hold me close, don't let it fade. Every moment we create.
Approfondito guardandoli questa sera.
Singing songs that we never told. Every mile is a melody.
Something else that's very interesting is that in the Philippines, since it was an American colony, you will have a really easy time finding a ton of people who speak English. A really good amount of people speak fabulous English where you can understand them very well. Remember, the Philippines has the highest amount of female university graduates per capita in the world, which is incredible. Education is taken seriously, obviously. You can go to the boondocks, the mountains, and find people with a very thick accent, and they still will speak some English that you will be able to understand. So if you are having trouble speaking Tagalog or getting by, you won't. You just have to point, be kind, and talk to people like humans. The only times where I didn't have the smoothest time communicating with someone was when I was in the rural area. Even then, I could figure out my way through because I spoke enough Tagalog, so thank goodness. I lost a lot of my vocabulary, but it immediately came back. You'll find a lot of Americana and inspiration from America in the Philippines. So if you speak English, say for example, there would be a wedding or a party, someone's celebrations, and there will be an MC who speaks English because it's cool to speak English.
This is the first time I've seen this. Pretty snazzy.
Called Spot the Foreigner, because if you're from Asia, you will wear flip-flops in the rain on a hike. You'll wear sandals or Birkenstocks everywhere you go. People who had hiking boots that were these huge bulky things that they would only wear for 2 seconds could immediately be spotted as foreigners. Grandpa was a commercial airliner pilot for PAL, practically always late, aka Philippine Airlines. People didn't even know that I was Filipino. Everyone thought I was Asian and white, or white with something else. Everyone always thinks that I'm mostly white for some reason. I think it's because the way I speak English. My girlfriend, who's also mixed, she and I were talking about this. People always think that we're mixed Asian and white. I would speak to people in Tagalog and they would be flipped so surprised. They would ask, "Are you Filipino?" And I would speak to them in Tagalog, and my grammar was really bad, but they understood everything that I was saying. Obviously, everyone is super friendly in the Philippines. No one takes themselves seriously. It's very easy to get by.
reason for what?
There's a
I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on Duterte. At first, I think people didn't know what to think when such a strong figure came into power. However, he was like a benevolent dictator similar to the great Lee Kuan Yew, which was the country's founding prime minister, who led Singapore from a poor, resource-scarce colony into one of the world's most prosperous and stable nations, who had all the criminals erased from the planet. Because of Duterte, who some might see as an evil technocrat, there is far less crime on the streets. I did not get anything snatched. I had nobody look at me in a funny way. Duterte had a Putin situation happen to him. Navalny, Putin's former Russian election opponent, was jailed, so he didn't have someone running against him. He also lost his life in the Arctic prison in February 2024, which is insanely brutal because I remember recently watching an interview with him. I believe it was on purpose so he couldn't say what happened to him. Back to Duterte. His daughter is running for president and they've jailed him to use it as a political card to have a scandal on her hands and look bad. There's more corruption on top of this because leaders are politicizing the recent typhoons to promulgate their agenda. Forecast for the entire trip was that it was raining, but the thing is it would rain super early in the morning and then we'd have the rest of the day, except for what you're about to see. People like to talk about who is poorer and who had it harder. Visiting a third world country is always eye-opening because I remember this white guy who lived in the United States his entire adult life talking about poor people. I told him about children with no clothes or parents being washed in the street by business owners for a shower. They had a hose and would wash them in front of their kiosk because they were so poor, and he didn't believe me. Kids sleeping in the middle of the street of the road where you're not supposed to drive. They would sleep in the middle. You don't have it so bad if you have an apartment, you have a roof over your head. If your job sucks, you have a job. But what do I know? I just like to travel. started at 7 a.m., I really wanted to be prepared at least a couple hours ahead, getting ready, making sure I have all my sunscreen, and I also had to transfer all my things to a wet bag. It's a waterproof bag that you can drop in the water. Everything will be perfectly fine, except for the fact that I was filming with something that was not waterproof. I should have thought about having a prepared waterproof tote, so that's something to think about if you come to any beach holiday. I really wish that we also had a slower morning where I could get ready and have my breakfast, really enjoy it, because the food was so good. I wanted to sit there for a couple hours with a coffee, something to read, and a lot of tocino and rice. We were supposed to go on a tour that started at 7 a.m. However, it started pouring. We got really nervous that we couldn't go on the tour because we wanted to see 5 islands. Luckily, the rain cleared and we get to see the 5 islands, which are not in this order. I forgot the name of the first one. Their last one was Guyam. One of them was the Naked Island, and then there were 2 other islands I forgot the name of. I am so sorry. I live in Los Angeles and we are notorious for having the craziest waves and the coldest water. Something I really love about Asia is that everywhere I went, I was getting really annoyed because the water was so lovely and warm. I was so hot and I wanted to go into the water to cool off and make my body temperature a little bit lower, but that did not happen. But it's really nice to sit in and enjoy your time and snorkel because it's so calm and it's beautiful and blue. I don't know why the camera couldn't capture it, but it was quite a bright and lovely day once the rain went away. to Corregidor. It felt like 110 degrees humidity, and we have a hike to do. We are going to use stairs, then climb up a hill, and we had to bring our own water because they do not have any for sale on the island. The island is only inhabitants, and I think there are only a bit over 1,000 people who live here. They do sell buko, or in English, coconuts. We'll have some at the end of our hike. Growing up, my dad would chop coconuts with a cleaver after buying a huge box of them from the Asian market. My favorite part is the coconut meat because it's so good scooping it out like ice cream. After we have the fresh ice cold buko, we'll have a salo-salo or feast for lunch.
Very nice, children.
Vamos!
Okay, next.
Next,
Oh, hi. Hi, sweetheart. Come on. Coconut tree. Magandang hapon. Ang cute mo. Ang maganda mo. Anong panalang mo? Anong panalang mo? Babayad doon.
Tapos pahatid natin doon kung pag-lunch na nyo na iinumin.
Kapag lang.
Everyone on this island was super polite and said good afternoon anytime you passed them by. The little girls were so cute, they were huddled around a phone watching together. Finally, this other little girl, Aliyah, it occurred to me that she potentially spoke a different dialect because she was having a hard time hearing what I was saying, or it's possible that she didn't know that I was talking with her.
Salo time.
I think it's really funny because Filipinos, we're Asian, so we understand the camera eats first. Everybody was obsessed with getting their photos first before anything else on the beach, on any island, before we enjoyed it and explored it. That was really good to have that because it helped me keep a record without feeling like a burden or like an influencer or vlogger who's trying to capture everything, but Asians just get it. back home, I stopped by 3 airports: Sayak, aka Siargao, then Ninoy, domestic, and then I had to get a taxi 8 minutes away to Ninoy International Airport. I was making sure that everything lined up. I did not eat, I did not sit or rest until I got to the international airport in Metro Manila so that I was safe and I knew I would be on my flight home to LAX. None of the flights were delayed, thank goodness. The shuttle to go to Sayak or Siargao airport was easy because I just asked my hotel to help me set it up, and it was $8 American, so I tipped them very well, and it was about $8 something cents. My taxi to go to Ninoy International Airport was $2 and something cents. I gave them a tip. The driver thought I tipped a little too much. He said, "Here is my contact info, so next time you're in the Philippines, make sure to contact me and I will be your personal driver." So, hey, it's good to make new friends. Make that 4 airports. LAX's customs for international arrivals was easier than before, but they changed everything. It's more simplified to navigate, yet still a long walk.
Hello gorgeous, I'm back home and just got back from the grocery store. It's crazy how vegetables are super cheap. Steaks, I got some really good cuts. On the pricier side, which I don't mind because it's a good cut of steak, so I really don't mind. So I'm making arroz caldo. It's really simple. It's just make 1.5 cups of rice, and then 8 cups of water to get it to a boil, and then add whatever you want. So you can add protein, and then cilantro, green onion, ginger, lemon or lime. So fried onion is usually what is added. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Make the arroz caldo, add a little bit of lime, salt and pepper probably, just boiled egg, cut it a bit, and that's it. Easy peasy.
Hello gorgeous! It has been a week since I've been back and I am really sick. I got sick right when I landed, not because of the flight or anything. The flight was fabulous. It's because Adam was sick. He had a really bad cold when I was in Asia, and then I came back and then I got it. So I also have 4 different health things going on. So I had a trip from UK, Dubai, Turkey. I was going to celebrate my girlfriend's birthday on this fabulous trip. However, I realized that I need to deal with all of these health things coming up, and I want to do it before the year ends so that I can tackle it with a vengeance. That way I can travel as much as I want. She was also inviting me to the beach. I'm not prepared to go into the beach yet. I still have to get surgery. I booked the consult and it's for the rest of the surgery on my back. I'm really excited because now I can wear whatever I want with confidence instead of wearing things that only hide the asymmetry of my back. I will be okay, but I have a couple other health things that are going on I have to deal with, but it will be done within 2 weeks. Hopefully everything is back to the way I need to be, and then I have the surgery. Hopefully in November I will have the surgery. That means a couple months of healing. I think I'll be fine after a month, but it's just a matter of doing it. I have so many vlogs because right when I landed, Mia was here. There are so many fun things that we did. I also have previous vlogs that I still haven't posted, but you guys are asking for the Philippines vlog, so I'm posting it as fast as I can. It's so hard creating all this content with a full-time job and then having a side business and then doing this. I'm having a lot of fun creating the content, but it's just a matter of editing it down that takes the most time because I want it to be perfect, and I realized stop overthinking, just post the thing, and the vibe might not be perfect exactly how you want it with the music, but just post it because it's so much to share. I have so many more vlogs coming. I have a lot more informational content that's gonna come out. I hope it's entertaining. If you made it till the very end, why not subscribe? Click the bell, tell all your friends, watch it several thousand times, sign up to my newsletter. It's 100% free for even more exclusive content. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you later.
قوموا بزيارة الويب سايت stylegr.com واشتركوا للحصول على أفكار ملابس أسبوعية مجانية ونصائح للعناية الشخصية. تابعوني على انستغرام لجيا غارسيا للحصول على تحديثات يومية، واقرأوا مدوناتي لاستكشاف أعمق. شكرا.